Everyone, welcome back to another GC Crypto stream. We obviously have rebranded over the past couple of days, which is fantastic. Which you can see the little logo down on the bottom left side. So lots happening behind the scenes, but yeah, GM to everyone in the chat on Abstract, and obviously GM to everyone who's watching on Twitter and YouTube as well, and Twitch. No viewers on Twitch. Actually, Craig, you got a view on Twitch right now. Right. So GM to you on Twitch. I don't have a view on Twitch just yet. So, mate, it's good to get the content out on the platforms. Been absolutely loving it. GC Crypto is in full flight. There's a lot happening still with the branding and whatnot, but it's exciting time, mate. It's exciting time.
Yeah, man. No, it's good. It's good to build a little brand for us. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, man. Bitcoin pulling back a bit, although, bro, 104,000.
Mate, exactly.
Everyone's getting all worried,
Still about 16.
Our all-time high last time, guys, was 69,000. So you're freaking out 104?
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be okay. It's going to be
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, there's I want to talk about that. Big show today. We got to talk, obviously, about the market dumping, the war sort of catching on a little bit more heat overnight or over the past couple of days. Seeing pullbacks across the board. I'm seeing Troll is trending. Don't tell me this pumps. Nah, it's dumping. Okay, cool. Because I had a stop loss hit on that. I was like, no way it pumps after my stop loss. Classic. But it didn't, so that's good. So a big pullback across the board, obviously, at the moment. So yeah, do be sure to go follow. Greeny Craig is the username on Twitter for now, guys. It's Greeny and Craig. We're going to change that soon once we get the branding sorted. But yeah, guys, GM Coach, GM Cappy, GM Damien, thanks for tuning in as well. Mo 1NZ, yo legend, thanks for tuning in as well. Craig, huge show. I want to talk about Abstract. I want to talk about on-chain heroes. I want to talk about XP, because I think a lot of people are getting the XP wrong with Abstract, which, I mean, we spent 4 hours with Finn on a live stream, so we understand how it works, okay? And people saying a few other things. Again, seeing some other people, some whales, try and write some tweets. I'm like, bro, the reason you're getting more XP is just purely because you have more money on the platform. It's as simple as that. But his money is diversified, okay? I'm giving it away. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, let's talk about that. I want to talk about pullback, Craig, because I know you said earlier in the week when we chatted with Easy that you are keen to obviously buy a little bit more if we do see a bit of a pullback. So I'm definitely keen to talk about that. I know Hyperliquid dipped below $40 again overnight, so good opportunity there potentially. Does it go lower? We'll talk about that as well. So big show, guys. So if you are here and you're new, go click follow. Obviously on Abstract, go click follow Greeny Craig on there. And obviously click follow on our other socials, YouTube and Twitter, Greeny Trades and Craig's Coin Purse. All right, Craig, where do you want to start the conversation today, mate?
Maybe start with Abstract XP, if you want to get straight into it.
Yeah, hot topic.
Just get that out. We'll get that filth out the way, and then we can get to Bitcoin and all the real stuff that matters, Greeny. But no, Abstract does matter. I'm pretty passionate about it. I'm actually kidding. I'm pretty into it. So
yeah. So if we have a look here, so this is my reveal. I know. So I always like to comparing yourself with other people is probably the wrong way to go about it, Craig, majority of the time. I think a lot of people could probably learn that. I can make this a little bit bigger. That's a little bit better. There we go. A lot of people need to understand that a lot of people do a range of different things on the platform to earn extra XP, right? Or not extra XP, to earn more XP, let's call it. Now, Craig, we spoke with Finn at length about how it works, and it's dynamic. It changes week to week. And if you hold like X amount of money in a meme coin, or you hold X amount of NFTs, if you don't diversify, if you don't use transactions across the whole Abstract chain, you don't hodl NFTs, you don't hodl memes as a sort of variety, then you're not going to score well with XP. It's as simple as that. Like, you might be rewarded, like the fact that if you're still in the top 1% and you're holding just one bag of anything, you're not clicking any buttons on the chain, then you're lucky, in my opinion, because technically I think you should be probably more harshly not rewarded with XP, and it should go to people like me who are clicking buttons most days of the week on this chain. But Craig, what's your thoughts on that? Because I mean, like, the other side of that is, as we discussed with Finn in detail, and we've been speaking about this for months. Like, if there's less on-chain volume on Abstract, if there's less on-chain volume across crypto, right, then XP is going to go down. Okay, that's the other thing too. There's less to go around, and then it's distributed obviously to the people who are clicking more buttons and holding more wealth across a variety of assets and games and all those sorts of things. So I'd love to hear your take. I got 57K this week, which is around my average. Like I consistently get 57K. So I'm now more than halfway to platinum tier.
Yeah, I got 44,000. So yeah, touch less than you, but not too bad. Last week I got 56,000, so that was my all-time high. I normally average, up till this point, I'll probably average 30 to 35,000 over my whole period.
Yeah, so you're still above average, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably above average. Admittedly, now with on-chain heroes, there's a fair amount of money in that. So obviously the hero that you get each. Oh, that's my dog howling to the birds. Can you hear it?
I thought it was a siren. I thought it was like, Craig, what's going on, mate?
No, that's my dog howling. He howls at the birds here every morning because he wants to see them and he wants them to come play with him.
That's so cute. It's so
cute, but it's at this time every day now. It's like, dude, right at stream time. Pitchy, stop. What was I going to say? So yeah, higher than average on-chain heroes. I've got a fair amount of money in that I'm burning hero every day. I guess I'm not surprised my points would be higher than probably most, because probably most don't have 4 heroes, 4 weapons, and burning 3,000 hero a day essentially is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So just with that in mind, that's why my points say, I'm just trying to let someone know, say comparatively to say holding $1,000 of a meme coin won't probably earn you as much as what I'm earning. And that's because I'm burning 100 to 200 USD a day in hero, which obviously the chain probably quite likes.
Exactly.
They want me to spend money, right? Like I guess ultimately the way I look at them is abstract to like a retail store. And the more I transact, the more points I earn, just like any other frequent flyer thing. It's a little bit different because obviously you can have portfolio size comes into account. Yes. But I think first and foremost in your mind should be they're going to reward you for spending, not holding, because there's levels to it. Holding, they will reward you, but I think they probably reward you more for spending than holding, because holding you can sell later. So
and holding you can farm, Craig. Like you can just farm that.
Right? I can do that. You can just dump your, like we could I could move my stables in there, put in ETH, which probably won't go up or down for the next 10 years. No, I'm joking, ETH, but I'll buy some stablecoin Ethereum, park it in there, and then or PENGU, and then just, you know what I mean? Like literally you could probably put 20, 30, 40, 50K in there, just park it, farm, and then leave. Like what happened with other, like with Blur and things like that, almost. A little bit different, but that was transactional, so probably not a good point there. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I think you've got to be spending as well. I don't think you could just park money there, and because that would just be too easy, man. Because otherwise, the actual thing is, it's good that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, dude, there'll be some monsters that will come in.
Oh, exactly.
Like, I remember with Blur, with Friendtech as well. There were whales in there, bro, like Matchy, or however you say his fucking name. They were willing to come in and put 200, 300, 400, $500,000 in keys in there to earn all the points. So it's kind of good they do it this way, because they actually stop, I think as much as they can, just big dogs coming in, dumping $500,000 there, leaving, never talking about the ecosystem, never engaging in transactions, never playing a game. And then just walking away with the lion's share of a coin, which they'll just dump because they've got no interest in abstract. Whereas you and me, although I guess you could say we are going after the abstract drop, we're also forming somewhat of a brand within the ecosystem. So I don't think you and me are as likely to get our coin in Q4 and go, job done, guys.
See you later.
Yeah, like, because now there's traction here. So yeah, I actually don't mind. I mean, I got up this morning and I checked and it said 44,000. My first thought was a bit of disappointment because it's lower than last week. But it gives me something to work on, and it's still top 1%, dude. So it's okay.
You know what's nuts, Craig? I actually got 100 more XP this week than I did last week, and I probably did less, which is interesting as well. So like my profile's public. I have always been transparent. I will click buttons. I will trade. I'm not going to hold shit that I don't want to hold for longer terms. Okay. I'm a trader. It's very publicly known. So I will trade if I even in a minute, if I like a chart and then I see something or I read something and I don't like it, I will just sell, take the loss. Like that's just how I trade. I've traded like that all cycles. So if you want, go look at my wallet, see what I'm doing. And more than that, right? Like I put bets on myriad markets every week. On-chain heroes, as Craig said, I'm burning a shit ton of token. I had 4 heroes. I decided to actually sell 2 of them overnight. Massive shout out to a OCD deal, OTC deal, goodness me, OTC deal in the server. So I managed to sell my 2 level 14 heroes. So it always pays to be active in some of these servers because you could get a good deal. But yeah, I got my first legendary weapon as well. So I remixed 3 heroic weapons last night. So that cost me, I don't even know, like quite a bit of hero token as well. Gave me a few more points on the leaderboard. So that's another thing. I'm trading the meme coins pretty often as well. I do a bit of death fun. Camel sent me a DM and said, Greeny, I'm failing when I put more money into death.fun. So I had a punt too. I was like, okay, well, I put 0.1 in, lost that straight away. I put in 0.01, lost that over a couple of bets as well. So I'll be sticking to my $12 bets at 0.005. So again, like I'm experimenting with the chain. I'm having fun over there. And you got to remember, guys, like if you're in the top 1%, that's the top 1%. Like stop. Like, I don't know. It was always around 5K. Last week, it went a little bit higher for the top 1%. It's probably back at 5K this week because it was a slower week. So guys, like crypto and CT it's not crypto. CT creates this illusion, right? That you're never going to be wealthy enough, that you're never going to make it, that you're never going to be good enough. You can never be the biggest brand. Like, I hate that shit, man. Like, this is exactly why Craig and I do what we do. Like, we're here to educate in any way that we can, to understand that we'll give you the strats, we'll give you the content, we'll give you the ideas, we'll give you the consistency. We'll tell you probably when we're taking profits and when we're holding and all those sorts of things, or when we're buying. We've literally done that on record publicly for 18 months. So guys, go click follow, because that's what we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of this sort of stuff for a long, long time. So try and find the true people out there, because there's a lot of LARPs in the space and you don't want to be following those sort of people. But anyways, what I want to say is I'm having a mad time on chain heroes. It's very obviously passive because you can't like actively go play the game. But yeah, I mean, we even played a bit of Moody Madness in the past week, Craig, as well. So like, it's not like we're not out there doing things. That's right. I spent money on the battle pass for Moody Madness. So like these are the things. Like, the way that XP works is that it's broken across all of your different games, different dApps, different meme coins, different NFTs, etc. And then it's distributed between that. If you're just holding a meme coin, even if it's 10 grand of a meme coin, you're probably not going to do as well, because you're not clicking buttons in the variety of what the chain is actually offering. You're still going to be in the top 1%. And I know that some people are still in the top 1%. But what you're not going to get is the levels that I'm getting, 50K XP. I don't even get as high as someone like Woo. And big shout out to Zeno, big shout out to Woo, 2 of the biggest streamers who are earning close to 100K every week. I know Zeno, I think, just ticked over platinum, and Woo's 1 more week away from platinum. So people like that, right? Similar sort of wealth on the chain as me, but they're just doing a bit more. Okay, they're spending more time playing roach racing. They're spending more time doing other things on the chain. So that's why they're earning a little bit more XP than me. So as Craig said, it's transactional, it's time-based, it's variety leaderboard-based, okay? And if you do have more money, then you're probably going to be rewarded, okay? So do think about that as we near maybe a choppy summer, Craig, because that's the next topic that we should probably talk about. What do you, like, historically? I mean, I put up a tweet, man, I've been putting up a lot of tweets lately, but let's have a look. I wrote this thread last night. Where is it? I mean, this is a summary of it as well, but Bitcoin summer slump is real. Don't get caught slipping. Think summer equals pump season. Think again. From June to September, BTC historically chops or bleeds out. So this is historical returns for June, July, August, and September. The data doesn't lie. Boredom equals danger. And the big fella said, time to sell it all.
Yeah. Selling May and go away.
Traditionally. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Craig, and the chop? I mean, war is probably adding to that at the moment.
Yeah. My thoughts on it are that I think this time period will wreck people, just like the time period where Crab Sideways wrecked people going back. What was that back in? That was feels like a friggin' long time ago. When was that Sideways chop? It was last year. It was March to November. It was a long time, man. And that chopped up a lot of people. I enjoyed that period personally, but I know a lot of others didn't. And we spoke yesterday on stream, we could very easily chop sideways now for 4 or 5 months. in which time people will get bored. People will start trying to move their pieces around, chasing pumps. The problem with this time period is pumps will be sporadic, and I think they'll be all over the shop, and they'll be quite short-lived. So because you're working on shorter time frames, not long time periods, the pump, basically if you're not in position and something sends and you try chase it, by the time you get in, you're probably going to get dumped on anyway. So I think what's going to happen is people get bored. They'll start chasing things. Scammers will start coming out with a couple of shiny things to attract attention during this time period while it's quiet. Whatever that may be. Daily runners will probably come back. Memecoins, like we've seen, the daily runner people start to come in. The influencers are starting to come back, if you may notice, those people. So when the bull run starts to heat up again and Bitcoin goes towards all-time high, all the daily runner people start to come back. So we're seeing that a bit now. Also, when it's quiet, they will. But my take on it is I'd be doubling down on conviction bags now. What
are your conviction bags?
Bitcoin. Bitcoin's my only conviction bag. Yeah, that's the only conviction bag, man. But my other conviction bags for this shorter time period would be Bitcoin, PENGU. That would be my strongest two, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon those are my strongest two for very different reasons. One, Bitcoin for its steadiness, lack of volatility, if you will, which is kind of funny if you spoke to someone in TradFi and said that, but lack of volatility. And PENGU, I think, is just a great bet on a great founder of a great ecosystem for what looks like this bull run's best candidate for winner. So
you know what, Craig? I'm going
to ride that horse all the way into.
Let's jump on that fact a little bit further. So Craig and I are part of Pudgy Australia, which is going to rebrand to, so we'll use that term. So we just exclusively. I don't know if we do have positions. We'll have to talk about that. I don't know if I do or not, but either way, we're part of that community, the council, let's call it. I jumped on a call this morning with the councils from all around the world. So big shout out to PP who was running that, and so just like the things that go on behind the scenes for like the audience out there, Craig, there is a lot of like bullishness for Pudgy Penguins. The community goes so deep. Like I know Shiv was obviously on Eli's stream a day or two ago as well. And he's obviously part of the Pudgy Igloo sort of crowd as well. So, I mean, it's just amazing. Like all these people, and I jumped on the call late, and I do apologize again. But PP was like, Greeny, great to have you here, mate. I've been loving your streams. Like, can you and Craig kind of help out other people with streaming idea? I say, yeah, of course. Like, let us know. I'm more than happy to help out other people in the Pudgy ecosystem. So, guys, be like, again.
What time was that call, Greeny?
6:30 this morning, Craig. 6:30 this morning.
6:30. Yeah, right. I thought it said 4:30.
Now, 4:30 for Malaysian time. That was Ross's time, so not for.
I thought it was local to us on Telegram. Okay, my bad.
No, 6:30 for us. So there's another one tonight at midnight, I think.
Okay, so that's even worse.
That suits. Yeah, well, that's how I got up this morning. I was a little bit late because I had another call, but yeah.
Okay. But you're right, and I agree. I jumped on a call with those guys. Sorry to cut you off, Greeny. A smaller call just with the Australian part of that, Pudgy Australia. Yeah, it was a good call, dude. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of moving parts, but I must say they're pretty well organized, and they're moving. There's a lot of movement, bro. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people behind the scenes trying to get this to work.
Yes.
And that's what impressed me. I was like, fuck, there's a lot of people that are trying to push this.
Yeah.
But it's not only there's a lot of people trying to push this, because that's not really enough. Not only is there a lot of people, there's obviously a very good leader. Because obviously the plan only works if the plan's fucking good. So it doesn't help if there's 50,000 people pushing a bad plan. But what I can tell is it's organized. And look, I've only been in there a week or two, bro, so I can't really speak too much, nearly as much as you can. But put it this way, I'll summarize it. Very impressed. Very, very impressed.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like it's cool how deep it goes and how much collab it is. Like it's not like like even today, like it was like if you're Pudgy Australia, you're part of Pudgy America, you're part of Pudgy Europe, you're part of Pudgy Asia, right? Like and we all collaboratively, I think, like, and it'll become one of the biggest brands worldwide. It already kind of is pushing up there with the Giphy numbers. If you look at that as well, like SpongeBob, I think it was going to flip SpongeBob. I can't remember who was telling us that, Craig, as well, but it's about to flip SpongeBob, which I think is just absolutely nuts for Giphies. Like that is just nuts because SpongeBob is like massive, right? Then you've got people like Gainsey who are like the top streamers. You've got Kai Cenat, more recently had a Pudgy Penguin on his stream. Like he's the top streamer worldwide, like outside probably Speed, but like okay, like you need to realize the recognition and why maybe placing bets, as Craig has said, during opportunities like this is probably just a great opportunity, but also to zoom out, Craig. And like so many people get caught up with, oh shit, it's dumping. And I'm like, bro, like what chart are you watching? The 1 minute chart? I look at
yeah, bro. I'm on the weekly, man.
Bro. I'm on the weekly going, dude, what chart? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop wasting your time on low time frames and like zoom out, bro. Zoom out.
The problem is with doing it like that and zooming in is the energy consumption emotionally, and it will eat you up. And it's actually the reason, for me, the reason why the sideways crab works so well for market makers is they know humans' attention spans are so low. So what the market makers count on is boring you long enough for you to exit your position. And then once enough are exited their position, they send it up and they lure you back in, and then you enter, and then they sell their position and they rinse repeat for the till the end of all time. And I know that's an ultra simplistic way of looking at it, and it's a bit like the shadow realm, like this evil entity that's a market maker. But it kind of just happens. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how the algorithm happens, but I guess human psychology in itself is predictable. So then you can have an algorithm. It's the chicken and the egg. What came first, the algo, or are we the algo? But that's a deeper chat for another time. Maybe that's a deep rabbit hole. But end of the day, zoom out. I think PENGU looks pretty fucking good, bro. Like, so yeah, Bitcoin, PENGU. I'm not sold on Solana. I think it's got a lot of work to do. ETH, I'm more. Oh, there's a good dip on PENGU though, eh?
Yeah, no. So I just
618.
I just pinged on the in the server.
Yeah, that looks good. I don't know. What about you, man? Are there any other alts that are really?
I mean,
must buys. What are must buys? Other than, is Hype a must buy?
I probably say it is nearly, to be honest. I do. Now, oh, dude, I should probably hold on. Oh no. Oh, dude, Craig. Oh man, I don't want to reveal this on stream because I've just caught it in GTG, but PENGU looks really good on 2 time frames. It's on the swing trade. It looks good at that fib. And if we zoom out a little bit higher on the higher fib to it could come down to the 886 as well. So keep an eye on that. Look, it is hard. Like I've been talking about this quite publicly. Like obviously SPX got rejected again from its all-time high previously, which traditionally, like you want to see. Like I've been saying this all week. Literally, it's the same. I'm probably going to be saying this for a while, but like if you have a look, like you want a token to not reject from its previous all-time high, okay? Because then otherwise it is a deeper pullback, right? So keep an eye. Like this is exactly what Hyperliquid's doing. This is exactly what BTC is doing, and this is exactly like that. And SPX, they're your 3 strongest tokens right now. It's Hyperliquid, SPX, and Bitcoin. I don't believe. Sorry, Rect. Let's have a look at Rect. No, Rect is okay. Rect is the other strong token at the moment that is displacing its all-time high. So see the strength in Rect. You want to see it now hold above this previous all-time high from December 2024. So if Rect can hold above this, that's probably nearly a good opportunity for me to add a bag here. Stop loss probably below there. Now, if Rect can't hold its all-time high, kind of like what BTC is doing, kind of what SPX doing here is rejecting from this level. Okay, like that's SPX. Let me show you Hype. Hype as well. No, see, Hype is above its all-time high. So Hype and Rect are the 2 that are above those sort of levels. So they're the unique cases. Whereas BTC, rejection again from this key level. If we zoom out, guys, and this is why zooming out is so important, this 110, and Craig, we've been mentioning this all week. This is the absolute important level, guys. If you want us to be full on blue, bull market vibes, where's the big fella? There it is. This level is the big level that you want. Okay. So this is a weekly close above that level. So we want to see price close above 109 or hold on. Let me go to an exchange. Yeah, this one's better. You want us to close above 110, okay, basically on this exchange. That is the key level. Once we close above that, then we need to see strength. Okay, we don't want it to be yet another deviation, Craig, because that is bearish and we probably go down to the downside. So big level for me. Same as SPX, just rejecting from its highs. I mean, SUI, I did say this literally yesterday. I wanted to see a deeper pullback. We're starting to get that from the swing low to the swing high. So yeah, I mean, with the war heating up a little bit, I am a little bit more cautious with taking more active trades. And it chops summer. Like we just gave you stats before of what the volatility usually is, Craig, for this period of time of the year. So Q3, which is obviously June through to September, but then September is Bitcoin's only bearish month in history. So maybe we get a 4-month period, Craig, where we do just chop sideways and altcoins and stuff suffer because BTC dominance is nearly pushing a new all-time high this cycle. So pretty crazy.
It's yeah, that Bitcoin dominance is unreal, eh?
Yeah,
it's unreal. It hasn't pulled back or anything, not really.
And momentum isn't really shifting here either. Like I'm on the weekly chart and we're above the pivot. I'm on the monthly chart and we're well above the pivot. So the pivot's at 62. So look, this honestly, if you look at this candle, so the doji candle from May, that could have signaled a change of structure, right? Okay, we're indecision both sides. And no, June's just said, no, we're buying more Bitcoin here, guys. We're buying more Bitcoin. So very interesting to see that. But yeah, so I don't know. I think just staying patient, Craig, it does remind me a lot of last year.
Yeah.
When we were here, when we went, how long was this? We went sideways for 215 days. Chat. Can you last 215 days of Cyber's price action? If you can't,
yeah, if you wanted the pump from 74 to 111, you had to last 200 days.
Exactly.
And a lot didn't, because when we that's why I made the comment when we hit all-time high on the timeline, hardly anyone said anything, man. So I could tell no one survived that 200 days. And I remember you and me charting that whole time. Yeah. And you and I, and it got really boring to say, but you and I for 200 days said, stick around. It's going to bounce around in there. And when it goes, it's going to go. Look at that, dude. Look when it broke out.
Yeah, crazy. Bang. Like it was, yeah, you got a retest and then it just went straight up 64% within 2 months on the biggest asset in crypto. So trillions.
So 200 days of
probably $1 trillion just there. $1 trillion right there.
Yeah, and it shows you, like, the interesting thing as well for me is the 200 days sideways and the 60 days up.
Yes. Oh, Craig, you're touching on another point I recently tweeted about. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I was going to say, it just shows you, like, the patience required is a lot longer than the time in the upswing, if that makes sense. And it just shows you on those bars there, once it goes up, it just fucking goes, dude. Like, it doesn't give you entries. You can see those. What were you on, the weekly or monthly there?
I was on the weekly.
Yeah. Man, there's just no entry, just week up. So anyone there that was like, oh, I missed the send, let me just wait for a pullback.
Yeah.
It didn't give you one until it hit its all-time high.
Yeah.
And then it sucked everyone in and then dumped, and now it's going to crab. So you can almost see where people go wrong.
Yeah.
By looking at that.
Exactly.
If you're on the wrong side of that trade, it must be so fucking annoying.
Okay, here's a stat for you, Craig, because you know me, I'm an analysis man. I love my stats. Bitcoin only goes up on average 170 days per year. That's just 47% of the time. So not even half of the time does it go up per day, per year.
Yeah.
It just explodes as you can, over time, it just explodes, as you just said, on specific days, thus becoming the best asset in the past decade to own. So fascinating stats there, fascinating stats.
Yeah. So it's going to be, sure. I mean, if we crab sideways now for 3 months, fuck it. I mean, it does get a bit boring. Hopefully that's not the case. But what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, it's a good point here. So I need to write this around the other way. So yeah, I suppose you asked me before, like, Greeny, what are you keen to buy? It's the same sort of stuff, Craig. I've been saying it pretty much all week. Like, I agree, BTC. I think if we go down to 93, 97 BTC, I'll back up the truck. I'll probably even deploy capital from the bank and get some out and buy some more there. Because I think even then, my goal is to obviously buy a house. But if BTC goes lower first, I'll probably just buy a shit ton of BTC, to be honest, and just keep renting for longer. Because then I'm happy to hold that for the next 5 years plus. If we don't go 120, 130, because that's probably the level that I would start to scale out again. So BTC is certainly one. The next sort of one that I would be looking at is Hyperliquid versus BTC. So this is a key chart for me. Like, guys, if you want to know which assets to be in, go compare them against BTC. That's the key. If it's outperforming BTC, like Hyperliquid is, then yeah, you probably should be in it. Okay, if it's not, then you probably shouldn't be in it. Like a classic example I always like to bring up, Craig, is AVAX. Here it is, Dirty Dog.
Looking great.
Nearly all-time lows against BTC. So here we are. That's there's some evidence.
Yeah, that's the one that just didn't perform as we thought, did it?
No, exactly.
This was my big hope in 23. I was buying this.
Oh, bro. I mean, like, they're executing with their marketing. They're executing.
I know. I don't know. I don't know why.
Those boys need to work a bit harder, mate. But they need it.
Yeah, I know. Well, all the AVAX angels need to start getting out there and start using the magical powers, man, because it's not lifting price.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite. It just shows you fundamentals don't always equal price.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Eli's stealing all our viewers right now.
Is he?
Dog. So no, it's definitely an interesting time in the market. And I think you just got to stay patient, be really strict. You got to be really strict with your entries right now. So even like SUI versus Sol, keeping an eye on this. If it breaks down, probably more bullish for Sol. Probably I will happily hold Sol again. If we look at like something like NEAR versus BTC, it's also still making new all-time lows. So until BTC dominance starts to really fall over, it's just not even worth it, Craig. I don't know what this one is. Oh, BTC Hyperliquid. It's just not worth it. So I don't know, mate. I don't know. I personally am happy to just stick with like MOG. I bought a bit of MOG recently as well. It might go a little bit lower here, so I'll just DCA again, if so be it. So these wicks are not concerning, but it just shows you there is a lot of sell pressure, obviously, with the news, with the war, and all those sorts of things. But again, you're zooming out. This is on a weekly chart. Over time, I think anything here is a higher low opportunity. And I think you'll be laughing in a few months' time, like over here. So what's that? Yeah, October, December. Guys, the reason Craig and I are successful in crypto is because we're patient. We're not emotional. We wait for good entries and we wait for good exits as well. We don't just sell into red. We wait for good exits. So I think that's the key as well, Craig.
MOG actually doesn't look too bad. It's sitting right on that. It's sitting right on that. Yeah, it's sitting right on that fib. I might buy some more today. That and PENGU, I think I'm going to grab today.
Mm-hmm.
And Bitcoin, I just need a little bit lower.
Yeah, I'd love a 97K sort of region.
Yeah, same. I've got all my ducks in a row, so I'm just waiting for that price to hit, and I'm going to fucking go down and go grab a big chunk of it. I kind of want quite a big chunk, If it goes to 97, I'll be pretty keen to go a little bit heavy there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't wreck me, but worst case, we hold until what, 27, 28?
I mean, yeah, like that's it too. If we zoom out, like say, okay, let's put this out there. Worst case scenario.
This is the top now.
The top is in. Worst case scenario, the top is in. Let me just clean this chart up. Worst case scenario, the top is in. Okay, let's analyze this. Okay, last cycle we had a bearish divergence form. This cycle, do we have a bearish divergence form? Let's have a look. We are very overextended. Okay, so stochastic is very overextended up here. We are above the pivot on the monthly, which is interesting to see. Last cycle, we had already broken down from the top there. Okay, we had massive bearish divergences on those two highs. Okay, do we have a bearish divergence forming on this current high? No, we do not. So I'm gonna say the top is not in. I'm gonna say the top is not in. Mm-hmm. Now, does that mean that we can't just now literally look at this? Okay, we could come all and then, Craig, I'm gonna pull out the 6 month chart in a second. People are gonna hate me. They're gonna be like, Greeny, where are these 4 minute charts, like 1 minute chart, 3 minute meme coin charts, mate? We'll pull out the 6 month chart. That's the beauty. Anyways, what you're looking at here, Craig, is this is a range. Like this is a huge range. Like look at this range.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your low. Your high is probably the previous all-time high there because we have failed to hold that on the weekly. So I know that's a big level. This is our range. What if we trend all the way back to the 0.5 level of the range at 91K?
Yep.
Okay, that's our range.
I can see it easily
Yeah, that is our range.
Easily testing the bottom of that range, bro. Probably. Exactly. Sorry, I won't say easily. I take that back. Not easily.
No,
but
I will say that you could easily see it. If war picks up, people, mate, look at COVID. Look at COVID. People dump their money because they're silly. Look at COVID. Where is it?
Godlike. I wasn't in the market then.
Neither. I had only just started work, literally like a couple of weeks before this. I had no money. But yeah, look at this. Okay, in the space of 2 weeks, BTC went down 50%.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Opportunity. So that's COVID. But anyways, now I want to show Craig my favorite chart, the 6-month chart, mate. 6 month.
Whew.
Look at the 6-month chart, chat. Okay, what happens? Up and to the right. Zoom out. 6 month. Okay, so this is a 6-month range too. I suppose you could pull it down slightly to match that sort of high of 2024 July too. So, anyways, Craig, we could come, and this is people going to hate this. We could come all the way to 16K and set a higher low. Okay, no, I don't want to see that low personally.
You could probably call that a break of bull market structure.
Yeah,
man.
We could come all the way to 48K.
That
would be a higher low, and we could test that as support. We could come, or we could go, oh yeah, this is it. Bang, 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 bang.
Fuck, imagine.
We could do all the way. Where's the path? Okay, the drawing one on high time.
That's actually the thing of nightmares, man.
So something like this. Oh, it's in black. Hold on, give me a sec. Bang, and then do something like that. Hold on. Wait, where's my? Why can't I change the color, dude? What is happening? What is happening to my? Oh my god, I don't know. I can't change the color. Oh my god. Oh wait, did it go away? Oh my god, I deleted it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Got it. There we go. Oh my god, something like that. We could literally do something like this. 45K, 48K. Imagine, Greg.
Mitch TV asked if institutional investment makes past chart patterns irrelevant.
Well, no. If anything, it adds to... No. TA will always work. TA reflects money.
It probably gets cleaner with institutional money.
Exactly.
That's why you'll find a lot of traders don't trade crypto. They'll use words like it's not clean enough. And I can see why now what they meant. I didn't understand. I remember in the 21 bull run, a friend of mine's big into it. But he won't touch crypto, bro. Not really. He's in what is he in currencies? Whatever you call that. He's trading those. And he just said even Bitcoin's pretty messy. But with institutional money, like Greeny was just going to say, then it seems to behave more like the algorithm from TradFi. So probably it moves better as more money comes in, not worse. So the gains may not be as big, possibly, over time, but you may see a smoothing out, probably a volatility, possibly.
What I want to show, Craig, is the declining gains over time. So,
oh, cool. Yeah, great.
So, guys, again, if you want analysis like this, join GTG. Literally, huge 40% sale. The link is in the description. There's a few people in the chat who have been in the server for a year, 2 years from Origin. Guys, literally come in and join us, okay? We literally spend every day educating you about cryptocurrency markets, okay? I've been doing it for nearly a decade. Come and join us. I dropped it in the chats. Craig, you might have to drop it in your chat. Here, I'll chuck it in the chat for you. There you go. So what I want to show is just declining over time. I'm forgetting the term now, but what's it called? I can't remember the term. Hopefully it'll come to me. What I'm trying to say is over time, assets, like you don't get as many returns in time, right? Because the asset accumulates in market value. Thus, it takes way more money to accumulate the same returns as previous. So if we have a look, this is just a fib from the high of 2017 to the low of 2019. And where did we get to? We got to the 3.618. Okay, we got to the 3.618. All right. Now, historically, okay, that is actually pretty crazy because what will happen this cycle? I don't think we get to the 3.618. Okay, so the high of last cycle was obviously 69, so we did get above it. We never closed a weekly, daily, monthly, 3-monthly candle above there. We rejected from there. Okay, but what you can see here is that we also respected the shit out of the 2.618 at 47K as well mid-cycle. So we had the big top. This was that double top. Okay, there and there. Again, I'm on a high time frame. Let me go to the monthly so you guys can see it a bit better. There it is. Okay, we failed to ever close a key level above those fibs. We then rejected from here. We went below. We rejected from the 2.618 Fibonacci extension from the range of the high to the low of last cycle. Okay, or 2 cycles ago, sorry. Then we came all the way down and we retested the 786 fib at the 16K mark. Now, if I do the same analysis again, okay, take it from the high to the low, okay, of last cycle. So this is from the high at 2021 at 69K, okay, to the low of 15K, which was November 2022. Where do we potentially see price go? Okay, let's have a look. Now, we have hit the 1.618, okay? We rejected from here as well, in January. We are above it currently, so it's 102K. Where is the 2.618? 156. So historically, BTC, and you can go back and check it in this cycle as well, it does the same. Historically, BTC actually does get to its 3.618. But from here, Craig, I just don't see that happening. That would see BTC add another 2.4 or $2.3 billion. Trillion dollars. Yeah. $2.3 trillion to it. If, as Easy said the other day, if Q4 comes out really hot with TradFi, if we see a lot of love from retails, if we see rates come down, cost of living is not too bad. We start to print a lot of money again. Okay, global liquidity continues to increase. If macro really, in all those senses of what I just said, really make it easier for people to invest / buy, then yes, I do think that we could push towards 200K this cycle. However, it will take time and it will likely be deeper into 2026 that occurs, okay, if we do get up there. For me, I still am pretty confident that we get to the 2.618. Diminishing returns. That's what I was trying to say. Over time, Bitcoin has diminishing returns. So historically, we always hit the 3.618 Fibonacci extension from the top of last cycle to the bottom. I don't know if we get there this cycle, but I do think we can get to the 2.618. Thoughts, Craig?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I 150 even for me sounds high, but I mean, it's data and you can't really argue with it, like you're presenting it. Well, you can argue with it, but I just don't have a valid reason to say it won't do that. Because you just turn around and say, well, it's happened every other time in the past, dude. So yeah. What you feel like doesn't really count, which is actually true.
Yeah,
I agree with you though. I just feel like the amount of money required to push it over 200K will be quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I know there'll be people in the crowd screaming institutional money.
Well, it's already here, Craig.
Yeah. What I'm going to say is I'm thankful people think that it's going to 200 because I will sell before then. I may be proven wrong, but I'm not going to try and sell tops. I'm going to scale out, but bro, 150 would be a dream anyway. Like 200 would be shit, man. This stream will go pretty crazy at 200, dude. Like I'll be fucking screaming. Like I'll be screaming.
So just for clarification,
guys,
I've
got a new house.
We would need $2.1 trillion. That would put BTC as the second largest asset, which I do think it gets to in time. I do think it gets to probably number one potentially in maybe a decade or two. Which is still a 10x, which is pretty wild to flip gold. But
it's pretty good, eh? 10x from here.
10x from here is $1 million, Craig. It's $1 million. I think everyone's goal in crypto should be to accumulate at least one BTC.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I remember when I first got into crypto, just before I got into it in 2020, I was looking at crypto. I got into it in 21, but I was looking at it in 2020. And there was an older guy in the office started trading Bitcoin and crypto and things like that. He's about 60 years old, dude, when I was in sales. Which is pretty cool, right? For an older dude to get into crypto. I thought that was pretty admirable. But I remember him saying to me back then, oh, mate, you had this real gruff voice. He's like, oh, imagine holding one whole Bitcoin. I think it was 32,000 US at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, fuck, what an idiot. Imagine holding that much in a digital asset.
Yeah.
And now I look back and think, fuck, smart motherfucker. I wonder how he's going. I wonder if he got to his whole Bitcoin. But anyway, it just takes me back where I sort of didn't laugh about it. And I also, the other reason why I kind of find it surreal is I remember thinking, imagine having that much money.
I know.
You're an office worker, right? Like, there aren't too many people working in the office with much liquidity in the bank.
Yeah.
Not really, is there? You might have a little nest egg of 10 grand, 20 grand if you're lucky. Bro, I want to say everyone in that office would have had less than 30K savings, easily.
Yeah. Dude, you know the common, it's like wild, Craig. It's actually wild
how much savings, man, anymore.
How little people have in the banks.
It's
and
so that's
a lot of these, like, to add a point to this, a lot of those playboys on the timeline, they go and buy some stupid car, they go buy some stupid watches because they live above their means, yet they go home to an absolute dog shit apartment, or they're paying rent, or they can't afford this, they're in debt for the car, that whatever it is. Okay. People make such, like, to live and appear as though they're these epic people. It's just like, oh man,
make it till you make it, eh?
If you can like let go of that whole facade, Craig.
Yeah, it's good.
That's the secret to life. That's the secret to life.
The best or the happiest rich people I've met, well, when I say rich, successful, you wouldn't really know they're super successful if you saw them ordering a coffee, for instance, at a coffee shop. Their clothes don't scream. In fact, I'm talking, there's no suits being worn, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking thongs. So that's like jandals for other people in the world. Tracky pants, bro. They look comfy. They don't look too much.
Literally.
Their houses
I'm wearing tracky pants right now.
Yeah. Their houses are beautiful, though. And they normally live away from the noise.
Yeah.
And what I've started to notice is I just started to take note of how successful people operated.
Yeah.
And they're not loud, because at the end of the day, with all these kidnappings and stuff we're seeing now,
you don't want to be loud.
It's a disadvantage for people to know, how much you've got, where you live, which is kind of shitty, right? It sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's all that stuff in Paris. Did you see that? Was it something in Paris?
Yeah.
Like, so anyway, so I don't even know what we're talking about there, Greeny. I've gone way off tangent, but tracky pants, man. You got to wear tracky pants. But no, back to Bitcoin, 150K. I'll be ecstatic. I'm just careful not to fall in the same trap as last run, where I was thinking about this, actually, funny enough, in the shower the other day. And at last
I love shower thoughts. Shower thoughts are where I have some of my best creative ideas. Yeah. And
people tend to attach themselves to even numbers. So last bull run was 100K. This bull runs 200. We hit, well, it's quite funny. We're at 69,000, which is fucking humorous for me. That's almost, I quite like the universe.
It's like a meme in itself, Craig.
I'm like, man, the universe is funny, but well short, right? And last bull run, everyone was convinced we were hitting 100K. Like, if you said we weren't going to 100, bro, people fucking lost their mind. Plan B. I don't know if you remember that plan B.
Yeah, they said 280, didn't they?
Yeah, so we missed by a lot. So I'm just careful this bull run not to drink the Kool-Aid too much. So I'm going to be selling aggressively, as I've said 1,000 times, 120 plus. I'll be exiting my positions. But I am fucking pumped. All that doom and gloom aside, I am excited to see where you fucking mad bastards send this to. Because it's going to go higher than I think as well, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, hold on. Let me just really try and, like, make it obvious where where we could still potentially go. So,
and the thing is, dude, if it does break 200, no one's selling at 200, man.
Wait, that's not the low.
Because everyone's going to get so greedy. Everyone's going to be like, 200, we're going 500 now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I experienced last run. No one sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Me included.
Here we go. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Sorry, it's the log chart throws me out so much with the cycles. So anyways, just to show you how consistent this has been, right? This is, again, from the high of 2013, none of us were in crypto then, to the low of 2015. So I was at, August 1, 2015, I was partying at college, at university. That's actually when I met my wife, at literally around that month. So there you go.
That's good.
Should have bought Bitcoin instead, Craig.
Yeah, well, be careful.
Just kidding. But just to show you, right, we historically have always gone above the 3.618. Okay, bang, 2.618, well above it. 3.618, we went well above it. Okay, second 2017 cycle, high to low. Okay, we went well above this 3.618. Sorry, we didn't go well above it. We went just above the 3.618. So therefore, diminishing returns over time. Therefore, do we set just the 2.618 at 155K? That, if we get there, Craig, I probably do sell quite a decent amount of my Bitcoin, and then I'm just buying wherever we go. Wherever we go in the future.
Same. And when I say I'll sell at 120 onwards,
yeah,
that's with a view to buy again.
Yeah.
In possibly the nearest future, in the next year or two. If I sell at 150, I will be a big buyer at 100, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I've got a 50% bigger bag ready to go, like fucking A. And I don't even care if that's not the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of scaling in and out. I don't have to care too much about the bottom or the top. I used to care a lot. My first cycle, and probably a lot of people listening right now are trying to time tops and bottoms.
You can't.
It's so hard to do, man.
Literally impossible.
I thought, I was doing it full time back then. Admittedly, it was my first cycle, and I royally fucked it up.
Yeah.
So if you're part time, I'm going to say you probably don't stand much of a chance timing the top or bottom, although you may be a super gifted trader, much better than me, and then kudos to you. But for the 9 out of 10 people watching, that won't be you.
Yeah.
Scale out and scale in, and you will be golden, bro. Do that for 10 years.
Yeah, you could probably retire.
I think so.
So Ian asked this question in my chat: regulatory clarity and stablecoin legislation. Do you think that is already priced in? Well, is that bearish? Is that what you're saying, or is that bullish? Like, I don't really know. Like, I would nearly say, I don't know. Well, it's bullish because it then allows huge money to come in.
Yes.
Right. If it's
that's
regulated.
happened already, yeah.
To an extent, it has happened. Not worldwide. So I'd say it is bullish. Yeah, and Iron follows up and says it's bullish. I would agree. I think it would be more bullish for more money to come in, because then it's a trusted asset. It's regulated worldwide. The key with it needs to be worldwide, because if countries don't support it across like consistency, then I don't think it's as bullish as it might be. It could be bearish because therefore volatility is gone. Now that's been a common theme recently on the timeline, Craig. This is the last year or two of crypto.
I said the same thing last cycle. I heard the same thing.
Oh, bro, I think I saw it in 2018. Crypto's like, I've seen it. Like,
this is the last real bull run, the last real one. Yeah, it was the last one last time too. When is it actually the last one, man?
Yeah.
You've heard that.
Well, BTC is still having a halving until 2130. So long after we're all on this planet, probably. So you need to.
The stock markets are at all-time high worldwide, man, and they've been going a while.
Yeah.
So
100 years.
And the gains have been great, even in stock market. So going on history, the show's not over.
And then he followed up with Link. Again, Link is, he's like, what's your thoughts on Link in the chart? I don't even have it in my list. Now, this is a classic example of how much crypto has changed, right? Is Link. We used to see like people speculate on the token because the tech was really good. And don't get me wrong, the tech on Link is fantastic. And it is probably one of the dominant tokens. But what we've noticed this cycle is that people don't care about that anymore. And you don't need to own the token to really love the tech. So
I used to care about it. I was in it in 21 and I cared a lot. And I thought the fundamentals were fantastic. And then I learned that other people don't really give a shit about that. So
exactly,
I was wrong. The market's never wrong, unfortunately. So if the market doesn't like it, doesn't matter what the fundamentals are. It doesn't matter if it can send 1 billion Bitcoins in 1 second if the market don't like it.
Yeah.
We're in this. I'm in this for the money, not so much. I'm in it for the tech, but more the tech of Bitcoin and what it gives to humans around the world.
Yeah.
But as far as in it for the tech, I don't know if I can claim to like be a super tech lover. And what I mean by that is getting a hard on about VeChain and like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm more excited. Yeah. Price go up excites me a lot more than seeing TPS and stuff like that. So.
And Link and AVAX are classic examples of utility not showing as much strength this cycle, right? So for me, I don't know, like this chart, really nice breakout recently, but a lot of charts like that look like this, come back down and retesting sort of levels where they were previously. So I don't like in a bull market, everything goes up. Is this going to outperform? Probably not. Is it going to get you a 2 to 3x? Potentially could go back to this high, which is over 2x. So it might not. It might still do well. So I'm not discounting it. I personally prefer to be in other assets. And again, here's the comparison against BTC.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. And it is making new lows. This is the lowest Chainlink has been against BTC since May 2019. So
Wow.
there's a bit of insight.
Yeah, God, I'm glad I sold that a while back. Yeah, no, I was a big fan. This and Litecoin in 21.
Yeah. That was the first coin I ever bought in 2017. Craig should just bought Bitcoin.
It was meant to be like the silver of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the gold and Litecoin was the silver, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I swallowed all that shit up in 21. And then I learned just by Bitcoin, it's just much safer.
Yeah.
But no, it is an interesting thing. I think charts like this require announcements.
Correct.
Possibly, yeah. They require announcements and things like a big brand or someone to come out. Is that even enough though, man?
Probably not really.
Is that enough?
Like if you don't need to own the token for the tech, then or like for the chain itself or for whatever the purpose, like there's no point in the token doing well. The tokens and PO really spoke about this 2 weeks ago or last week.
Yeah,
that is a really good point. Like the reason people buy Bitcoin is because it's a store of wealth. As one, it's a transaction that you can use globally. And we touched on obviously the developing side of the world and why BTC appeals to those sort of people over there. Whereas something like this, like if you're not like Link is very different, right? It's an Oracle, it's tech heavy, right? I'm not using it to trade. Like I'm not going to Link to trade like I'm using Ethereum or Solana. So therefore already that's again discounting it. So why would you speculate on a token, right? Unless it kind of needs to be used. Now, again, like you said, like utility can come shine through. We've seen that previously. We'll probably see it again. But again, is it going to outperform a lot of these tokens this cycle? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, like, let's compare it to Filecoin.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah.
Oh, dude. This is it compared to Filecoin.
Fuck. Yeah, it got squashed.
It got squashed.
So the line going down, guys, mean Link's weaker versus Filecoin.
Yeah. So this is
going
going
down. Link weak.
Let's compare it to Sol. Compare it to Sol. This is the Link versus Sol. So again, this is the common theme that a lot of people really missed, right? Is this cycle is not going from Ethereum to Solana early enough, right? So look at this. If you had just held your Link, you lost money against Solana. So if you held your Link from last cycle, so the top of last cycle was, where are we? I mean, like, look at this. I mean, the top of last cycle was, way down here. So, I mean, it has actually held against Solana. So that's really interesting. But
it is quite interesting, actually.
If you had held it from last cycle, so like when Link went crazy, right? So let's just say you held it from like here. You bought it in 2020. You would have been better to hold Solana by 97%. So like it is crazy, but I mean, it has held value here. Let's zoom right in. So the top of last cycle, where was it? About the top of altcoins was about here, we'll say January 2022. So if we fast forward to now, it has a lost value against Solana by 56%, right? So that's still a huge number. Sure, you could have traded and held Link for a period of time there against Solana, for example, but over time, Solana still is outperforming Link. So this is why, again, this is why we do what we do in GTG. This is why we think about all this sort of stuff. And I mean, someone in the chat just said this war is effing things up. I disagree. The war is just no. We will chop sideways, I think, for a period of time here. Literally, if you're just tuning in now, make sure you go back and watch the replay because we've been talking about it all episode. Historically, summer is very lacking volatility in crypto and BTC specifically. So I don't know. You're welcome, Iron. You're welcome, Legend. More than happy. We give insight every day. And we listen to the comments. We talk to the comments. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. So, I don't know, Craig. Anything else we want to talk about today? It's a big show. Lots of alpha there. Lots of serious conversations. No bullshit, like classic. So,
I don't think there's much. What we got the grind token. Is it next week?
6 days.
That's quite cool. So that's. What are your thoughts on that? Are we gonna get a stimmy? Is this gonna be good, Greeny?
Yeah, it's maybe not the best timing now. So it will be interesting if people get a stimmy. I'm sure people will be dumping that shit. To be honest, Craig.
Look, I got to be honest. I'll be probably taking my profit into stables quite quickly and getting some lunch with it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. Does it ever go very well? Free money though.
I want to see Pons and the team incentivize holding or using of the token.
Yeah.
Not sure how that's going to go.
I haven't really seen a token drop or claim do that yet.
My thinking is too, Craig. These are ETH NFT people coming over,
including me, man. Yeah, I'm ETH NFT people that are currently underwater, heavily, 95% underwater. Shit. They're gonna be some trigger fingers, bro. They're gonna be some trigger fingers. Hopefully it's good, but I don't want to get my hopes up. But Jakey just dropped a token.
No way.
Of course he did.
Actually,
that's quite funny. Jakey's dropped a token. It's probably his 50th fucking token, bro.
Oh, bro.
It's not his first
token.
What?
Is he streaming on Pump Fun or what?
Libra was probably his most famous token, if you guys are familiar with that. Jakey dropped. Yeah. Fuck that, dude. Yeah. That's one of the people I mentioned that are slithering back after that Libra stuff. And he's clever because he's done it in the way that, he's doing that based house.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't care. But what is it?
They're gonna do a TV show, so you've got to apply to be on it. So it's the perfect way to come back because it's saying, hey, I can get you exposure, but you got to suck my dick a bit.
Yeah.
So a good way for people to come back and get forgiveness by offering things. So I don't know, bro. I just don't like the way those Solana people did that shit a while back, man. That just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I find it very hard to believe those people had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely BS. I agree.
When they finished, the daily runners went away.
Yeah.
The day they left. And when they came back the day they came back. I'm no detective. Case closed.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about. Easy mentioned it the other day that a trader. I'm not going to call this person a trader. I'm going to call this person I don't even know what I'm going to call this person. They recently came out and said they made $1 million on their main wallet, and this wallet average hold time was 45 seconds. They streamed. They haven't streamed for a while, but they streamed for months and months and months. They are probably one of the most commonly followed wallets, literally on chain, and 45-second holds. Just
diabolical, bro.
Bro, he was like, "Oh, I'm so happy I made $1 million." I'm like, bro, you just took $1 million from fucking people out there. It's disgusting behavior. It's absolutely disgusting. And shout out to Easy, who's like, yo, if I get one sort of inkling of a copy trader, I just literally make a new wallet. I do the same. I rarely ever trade a range of different bots, a range of different platforms, always trading new, like I'll even set up a new browser and do a whole new process just to make sure that, like, obviously I still use my main couple wallets that I just transfer between, but I don't use them to trade so that no one can copy trade me. Like if I really wanted to, chat, I could drop a public wallet and I could make probably 10 grand within a week because I could just copy trade and use you guys as exit liquidity. Okay. There is no skill in that. And Cook actually commented on this guy's post and said, mate, show me that you can trade any other market that doesn't have copy traders, and I promise you won't be able to do that. And I was like, give him a chart, give him a leverage exchange, give him a spot exchange. Bro will not know how to make money. So I hate this space, man. It's extractive. It's extremely extractive. And unfortunately, due to a lack of regulation, but perhaps
it's hard not to rant about it sometimes, dude. And I try not, because I don't want to sound like a sour grapes dude, or like I don't want to be that guy that goes after another creator, because at the same time, even though I mentioned Jakey and all that, what kills me, I like his content, man. And I'm like, bro, I feel like you could use your powers for good, man. Like, do the right thing. You can still make great money in this space, but you can also help others make money versus, and this is, I'm not saying Jakey did the copy trading thing.
There's a group of 20 people or so.
But these people are giving platforms and shaking hands and being seen in photos with known scammers. In my experience in life, if you hang out with scum, you probably are scum.
Yeah.
And I've been around a while, and I know that sounds harsh, but in my experience, that's held true every time. Yeah. So I just don't trust the fuckers hanging around together like that, man. Enough sour grapes. I don't want to sound like that, but 45-second hold averages fucking should tell you everything.
Oh, bro, it's just such a lull.
I don't know how people can do that to other people, dude.
Oh, how can you be such a wanker? How can you do that to people?
I feel bad. Oh,
It's
fuck,
just
I
like,
wish I
how do
didn't,
you sleep
man.
at night if you know that you are taking money from other people who are supporting your content? Like,
That's the bit that's the bit that kills me a little bit is, we want to grow the space, but we're not going to grow the space by eating each other. We're supposed to be ganging up on TradFi, man. We're not meant to be eating each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I just think we can all do much better if we all support each other. There's enough money in the space, bro, to do it legally, properly, with etiquette and with morals. There's enough money here, man. You and me are testament to that. Yeah. It's pure greed. To want any more money, well, it's a lack of skill probably as well. I don't know.
Exactly. It's so much easier to be a scammer and extract, right? You want to take the high road like us, Craig? Good luck to you. Because
the thing that confused me is some of the people that were doing that would have been getting mad brand deals. So why? I don't understand. People that are getting fat brand deals, why go down that path?
I also saw a notable account recently calling out other people for pumping and dumping for coal deals, undisclosed and all that. And this person is like one of the largest coal person like I've known for years in this space with like nearly 200K followers. I was
Does the name start with S?
Maybe. Yeah, it does. And I was like, bro, you can't be calling out.
I like that post
that you have done for years. Like you
can't
do that.
I've been in plenty of group chats with that dude, man.
Literally.
Over the last 4 years, I've been in the trenches with him. And don't get me wrong, he's never behaved in a poor way.
No. Look, he's
me.
But
I've seen enough to know these allocations being given. I can't say that officially, but unofficially I can.
Literally,
and I don't even see a problem in that. I don't actually see a problem with getting allocation.
No shame, just disclose it.
Yeah, disclose it and sell it with etiquette. Don't just dump. But then at the same time, probably don't jump on the timeline and
call out
people. Like you can't be selling bread and then call out fucking the bakery down the road for making people fat, man. Like we're all guilty, me as included. I'm not saying I took aloe and dumped. I'm saying I called tickers that fucked out. I did. I didn't mean to. I didn't know that would happen. But I can't go on there and be like, you guys need to stop calling low cap tickers. I did it. So I stopped doing it. But
exactly. The big difference, right? Like I remember because we were so early, Craig, we were trading really low cap.
We were winning.
Exactly. 2023, if you were following us, you were winning in memes because you could trade low caps. And I'm talking sub 100K because there wasn't volume there. There weren't extractors. There weren't people trading there yet. So we were actually trading these and running them up to a couple million. Joe was a great one as an example. We got in at 130K, ran to 30 million or something crazy. So that was the time that was literally like, hold on a minute. I probably need to create an educational group around this so that people don't get the wrong sort of idea about this. And then as soon as I saw it as pumping and dumping, as soon as I grew a following, I was like, okay, I literally can't shill a meme coin under 500K anymore because I will move markets myself as my buy. My wallet will probably get found and tracked. And then people who are following me in the group or on the public timeline, wherever it is, will pump this token inorganically. Okay. And I was like, no, I don't want to be associated with that. I had DMs same as you, Craig, from devs saying, Greeny, I've got 0.5 allocation for you.
All the time, man.
And I'm like, bro, I just don't want to do that. Like I'm an education guy. I'm a trader. I just don't want you. And then I sure enough, they all realized they're like, oh yeah, well, we're not going to get him pumping and dumping stuff. We're not going to get him marketing tokens. And so I took the high road. And where I always talk about this is one, like knowing when to put your foot down on the accelerator when the market's hot and knowing when to take your foot off the accelerator when the market isn't hot. And now's a great time where it isn't as hot. But also the shilling part. Like I know if I look at a token and if I call it in GTG, I'll probably pump that token. So I just don't do it. That's why I've moved more into the swing trading side, the higher caps, because I know I'm trading based on charts. And if they go up, because we trade them. And that's the big difference, I think, Craig, for what we do compared to a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I think so. And also I think when you see these accounts not providing education, not talking about Bitcoin, oh, look, I sound like an old man that's just grumbling, actually, so maybe I shouldn't go on too much longer. But end of the day, for those watching, I think it's great that you're following us, probably, because I think we're great. But I think, Greeny, the good thing about you and me is we do provide the low caps, we provide the mid caps, But I think the main thing we speak about, I mean, we probably spoke about Bitcoin the majority of this chat today. And I think that's an important thing to educate, to teach, because for the people out there that lack skill in trading, Bitcoin's probably the one thing they can buy that they probably can't get wrong.
Exactly.
E.g., my dad's got some and he's made money. So if my dad can in his mid-70s, guys, you probably can too. So, and also imagine being young with time on your side.
Oh, literally.
And buy Bitcoin. Like, I'm 40, so I'm not old, but I'm halfway through, right? I could only imagine if I had my brain, or not quite my brain, I wouldn't have the wisdom, but in a 20-year-old body with another 60 years to go of life, bro, I will have mansion on mansion on mansion. Like, but unfortunately, wisdom comes later. You got to earn it. You can't buy it. So for the young guys out there, just buy Bitcoin, man. You won't have to follow scammers. Yeah, anything else, Greeny? Well, you said anything else and I ranted for 30 minutes.
No, we just went on a good train, guys.
I needed to cleanse that out of my system.
That's good. So we'll be back tomorrow, obviously, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eli will be joining us, so another weekly show with him, which is a banger. And as I said before, the sale for the end of financial year to join GTG will be ending next week. So come and jump in, guys. Craig and I have been in there for a long time.
What's the discount? How much?
40%. 40%.
Yeah,
I think the lifetime is actually 60%. So for people who are looking to join, the links there, obviously in the chat on both. What do we call this? Across all socials, I suppose. Abstract, Twitter, YouTube. It's in the chat. Love to have you in there. But yeah, it does end next week, so do check it out. And Tajir says, I'm 33. Have I still got a chance, Craig? Well, I mean, Tajir, I'm 30, bro. So we still both have chances, I'm going to say.
33. Look, man, I think you got a chance at 70. I'm just saying the longer you got, the more you can compound the wealth.
Exactly.
And I'm envious of all you young people. Like, honestly, study this, get to know it, and it will set you free. What's your other option? Working for the next 50 years for someone else?
Yeah.
I mean, I know working for yourself isn't fair. Actually, I'll take that back. You can work a job, invest the money you earn into probably Bitcoin, DCA in on lows, and I think you're going to have a fantastic life in a decade.
Yeah, well said. I think that's a great way to leave the show today, Craig. Mate, have a great day.
And look after your mother.
And look after you, man. I love it.
And donate generously, guys. Donate generously. Greeny's been picking up all the bloody donations.
Mate, you've hogged the viewers today, mate. And, I've had like 3 or 4 people all day, so I like it.
I was going to say, so Eli's starting to time these streams of his, is he?
Yeah, he's trying to take our slot, mate. He's trying to take our slot.
Dirty dog. Yeah. Now, shout out to Eli. The passion is unreal. I see you there. I see you there. Is he still on?
I don't know. I haven't checked for a while. I haven't checked. Hey, I don't care. I'm focusing on GC crypto. So, guys, the last thing, the obviously we plug GTG. Come and join us. Tajir is in GTG. So is a couple other people in the chat. Rizuka as well. So great to see. But last one, guys, is the plug for GC crypto. Come and give us a follow. Okay. Thanks to the PENGU. Tajir, you're a legend. But yeah, come and give us a follow on our socials, our new social page, GC Crypto. It's Greeny and Craig currently the username. It will be shifting soon. So go click follow there, guys. That's where all of our replays, all the clips, the branding, the sponsorship deals, hopefully in the future, giveaways, all those sorts of things will be running through GC Crypto on Twitter. So make sure you go click follow there. And then eventually we'll have forms as well to obviously if you want to jump on the stream or whatever it is, we'll get that up and running. So the goal is to try and run that up to 1,000 followers as quick as possible. It's at 204. So make sure you do go click follow. It supports us and it supports the Greeny and Craig show, the GC Crypto show, and hopefully we can grow really quickly. Craig, have a lovely, what day is it? Wednesday? Have a lovely Wednesday, mate.
Yeah, you too, man. And thanks for everyone tuning in. And we'll catch you same time tomorrow. What's it, 7 p.m. EST or 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard? I think that's the right way of saying it.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep, 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. here in Oz. All right, Craig, mate. Pleasure as always. Huge show, guys. Literally go back, watch it. The live streams are all recorded and put onto our YouTube, so you can go watch us back. You want to go talk about, we spoke about Abstract XP at the start of the stream. If you missed that, go watch this one, but go watch our live stream with Finn. Okay, we literally dive deep into it for a good 3 hours. So there's some alpha there. All right, Craig. Catch you tomorrow, mate.
Cheers, Greeny. See you, everyone.